everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Roderick and my channel is called DIASPORA Kicking the Bobo. One of the things that we have now that's going on in the diaspora and with Pan-African is that a lot of Pan-Africans are starting to think that maybe we just should start moving ahead without other African Americans or other black people in the diaspora. Because here's the problem right here that I see. I see a lot of people not agreeing with us, but yet we are trying to basically convince them of our belief. In this world, there are people who are aware, some that's not aware, and then there's some that are aware but not doing anything about it. Before I became aware, I was unaware. Then I became aware. But then I wasn't doing anything about it. You know, I had all this knowledge of what was going on. I was aware, but I didn't do anything about it for years. One of the things is when we become aware, we got to start doing something about it. There was a wise man that said, "Come out from among them and be ye separate." Wise statement. Because here's the thing. When people don't want to move and do what they're supposed to do, they hold you back. And then there's no movement. We got to learn that as Pan-Africans is that other black folks aren't aware, and those that are aware and don't want to move on it, then we got to move without them. I'm not saying leave them behind per se. What I'm saying is that we got to move forward, but leave the door open for them later. You know what I mean? But we got to keep moving, because it becomes like a crab in a bucket. Because they don't agree and they're not awoke, they try to pull you down. And then 10, 20 years from now, they go, "Oh man, you was right, man." You be like, "Wait a minute, you held us up, pulled us down for 20 years, and now you agree with us?" So we got to start leaving them behind. I'm not saying we're not going to allow them in. I'm saying you have to just keep moving. And here's the thing with Pan-Africa. We got to learn to stick together. If you can't stick together, you got nothing. I see a lot of people going back to Africa, but they're doing it separately. Do you realize that you'll live $10,000 here and $10,000 there, although it helps with their economy, it ain't really doing anything. But when we come together and we do things, then that sets up a movement. I have always thought, and this is what I'm going to try to do. If we get 10 million or even 5 million Pan-Africans together, form a community, we can rock this world and we can get whatever we want. You know why? You know, 5 million people is a country. 10 million people is a big country. And we can make the world move off of that. Don't you know that if 10 million people give $30 every other year for registration into this community, that's enough people and enough money to make the world move, especially Africa. Because you know what? It's not just one individual investing. It's a whole nation investing. You know what? A whole nation can get you to change your laws. We've been trying to get people to basically, you know, become a resident, a citizen. One person ain't gonna change the government mind. 10 people ain't gonna change the government mind. But if you've got 10 million, 5 million, 10 million people coming in there in West Africa saying, "Hey, we got this coming in and that coming in, and here's these people coming with us," man, they'll change their minds. And they'll say, "Hey, we're gonna make citizenship easy." I ain't saying you gotta just let people in the country, but it has to be an easier way to do it. Now, you say, "Well, what about this $30, you know, every other year?" That's a lot of money. No, it's not. $30 every other year. Look, if you can't afford $30 every other year, you in the wrong career. That ain't no money. And as Americans and European black, you know that. That money gets invested into Pan-Africanism. You know what I'm saying? It can be invested in apartment buildings. It can be invested in different types of, how about a Disneyland? Let's just say that. I'm not saying that's something we do, but how about a Disneyland? You know what I'm saying? Put that in Ghana. Put that in Sierra Leone. Those nice beaches. Not only will it employ the people of those countries, but it'll invest so that we can come there and make things cheaper when we build apartment complexes. There's a young man I was talking to the other day, which some of you probably saw on his channel, but he was saying that he would love to build some apartment complexes because you got a lot of single females out there who probably can't afford to move to Africa, that wants to move to Africa. And when you have these apartment complexes, they move there, get a job working for a lot of individuals, and they can afford to stay there with their children, which helps Africa become better. You see what I'm saying? Think about it. You have Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone is a great country. Easy to get citizenship as long as your bloodline comes from there. You know what I'm saying? They opened it up. And what we want to do is we want the rest of them to do the same thing. Because guess what? Your heritage is from there. People might say it's not, but guess what? It is, and they know it is. And we want to be able to open those doors for $30 every other 2 weeks to invent this. Man, that could be something. Because a lot of us, we like to just talk, but we got our own programs that we invested in, but us by ourselves ain't doing nothing. You got the people who like you being there, but the government is saying, that ain't making no moves. China can get anything they want. You know why? Because they invested billions of dollars. But we as Pan-Africans, 10 million strong, we can get what we want. Think about it. Sierra Leone, Cameroon, Ghana, Nigeria, Guinea-Bissau, Gambia, Senegal, all these investments. And I would like to say some countries in East Africa, like Rwanda, Kenya, Uganda, who have been very good to the diaspora communities. You invest in all of these countries. We invest in all of these countries. And it doesn't cost us anything. I blow $30 a month on Pepsi. And a little bit more than that on a 16-ounce coffee that costs $1.89 a day. So you can't tell me that's a lot of money. We got to start doing something. We got to start moving and leave those that don't hear the word, don't believe it, alone. I ain't got nothing against those people who don't believe. But guess what? If I got a brother who I say, hey man, there's this house over there and it's cost $50,000 because the owners did not pay their mortgage. We can go over there and buy that house for $50,000, man. And we can put people in it for sober housing, for treatment, for all of that. But he goes, I don't see it. You warned him and you told him, but he decides not to invest. What, you're not gonna invest because he decided not to? You're gonna leave him, you're gonna go invest, and then later on he's gonna say, man, I should have invested with you, man. And you're gonna say, well, you still can invest with me. It won't be in this, but I got other ideas. That's us not leaving them behind and leaving the door open, because that happens every day. You got the believers, then you have the non-believers. Sometimes you got to learn to leave the non-believers alone and give them time to basically come up to where you are in it. Because we got a lot of Pan-Africans right now who are starting to say, hey man, leave them behind. I'm about that too. I may not say it as unelegantly as they do, but I believe that too. So I believe that we just can't keep waiting. What, is going to be another century before we do it? Or we just going to sit on our behinds and not do anything, come together? we can come together like a Pan-African country, so to speak. With that $30, you will have a card that's saying you are part of this community. And with that card, I can take these 10 million people to each government and say, this is who I got behind me. And not only that, I can take those people to businesses. Like for instance, here, I'm gonna be going to Sierra Leone in December. You know, we gotta stop in this country, Europe, over here, and get there. Man, I can go to some airline and say, look, dude, I got 10 million people behind me. We don't wanna stop in Europe. We wanna go from America and New York to here. Straight flight. 10 million people. Who's gonna be coming, who's gonna be investing in Africa. So what? What do you wanna do? You know what they'll do? I say, yeah. You got the people. Everybody knows that America's like vacationing. That's money. You say, well, you keep mentioning money. Don't you know money make the world go around? If you don't know that, then you have been sleeping. You've been sleeping if you don't know money makes the world go around. And you need to grow up. But my $30, you gonna steal my $30? Dude, I own a business. I'm a therapist. I don't need your $30. But it's to bring us together in a common goal. And guess what? There's gonna be a lot of things we're gonna disagree about. But that doesn't mean we can't get this done. Because you know what? The others disagree on a lot of things, but they come together and they get it done. We disagree on something, then we want to split up. So I ain't doing it because you're not doing it this way, or you're not doing it that way. Man, skip that. I'm gonna disagree with some things that you're gonna agree on. You're gonna agree on something that I'm gonna disagree on. But that doesn't mean we gotta split. We just gotta come together. We gotta do it all for ourselves and quit letting the others take advantage of Africa when we should be over there helping them. When I say help, I don't mean be over there helping them as though they are some people that just need, like they some homeless or hungry African with flies flying around. I don't see Africa that way. I see Africa as an advanced country that is doing well, and we want to come and be a part of them, and we want to do our part. So we have to do it, man. If you're not gonna do it now, you ain't never gonna do it. It's gonna come to another century, then another century, and we're gonna be riding behind the others. Went to a party once, and the guy said, we gotta put on this horse suit, and I'm gonna be the head, but you're gonna be the tails. I looked at him like, no, I don't think so. I'm gonna be the head, and you're gonna be the tail, but your butt ain't gonna be in my face. So that's what we're doing right now. The others are the head, and we're the tails, because we keep falling behind them, and we don't need to do that. We need to start being the head. We need to take our own ideas and put them out there and become self-sufficient. And we can. This has never been done before. Never been done before. But it can be. And you can't let people tell you that you can't do it. It's simple. It's right in your face. We, as Pan-Africans, can be a country. We can go anywhere and buy land in Africa. Because we got the people behind us, and we got the money behind us. And we don't have to wait 100 years, be behind somebody else's tail. We can walk into a government and look them straight in the face and say, we got it. We got the people and we got the money. But we can't do it with these other people behind us just tearing us down. Because you know there's people out there that's gonna tear us down. I don't believe that. I don't think the others will misuse us. Yeah, they will. Not only that, they'll stick together doing it. Everybody have their own experiences. Some people's experiences are different from others people's experiences. Some black people's experience with the others are very bad. My experience with the others are not as bad, but I've had some experiences. But nevertheless, we don't hate anybody. We just want to do for ourselves. For instance, somebody might say, hey man, let's go and march because we want to free the butterflies. I'm like, I don't think so. That's not my cause. My cause is the overall achievement and prosperity of black folks. So I'm I'm not going to get involved with that business right over there. They go, okay, white women are not getting paid enough. Come march with us so they can get paid just like men. That's not my cause. My cause is the advancement and achievement of black folks. I go march for that. Not that I have anything against that, but it's not my cause, and I'm not rocking with you like that. That's our problem. We always go help somebody else's cause while our cause is being put to the side. And they'll say, well, we'll come and help you later. And they never do. Gotta remember that. They never do. For instance, they might say, hey man, we finna give money to this cause right over here. And black people will give money for causes. We finna give money to this cause. But it has nothing to do with other black folks. See, dude, there's some people over there that got sickle cell anemia. You need to go over there and get money over there. I ain't saying don't do it. I'm just saying Pan-African search. Like I say, I don't hate anybody. And I think donating money to diseases and all these causes is great. What I'm saying is that I gotta take care of this first, which is our causes first. And then after I take care of our causes, hey, I'll come and rock with you for a while, but I'm gonna take care of us first, just like everybody else. Well, let's march. No, I don't think so. Why don't you come march with me? Hey, but with that, we're gonna be talking about this for a while because I want everybody to get this. We need to come together. And if that means leaving some people behind, then that's what we're gonna do. Not that we dislike them, not that we don't want them with us, but we can't work with them if they don't believe what we're saying. Maybe next time I'm going to tell you about the time when I found out, I did my African ancestry and I came out with the results and how people reacted. Oh, don't worry. I came out 99.7% African. I'll tell you what it is the next time we meet. But we got to understand that even black folks don't like the fact that they will come out more African than being white, Hispanic, or Native, especially Native American part. You don't mention Native American and their heritage, boy, they get mad. Ooh, they get angry. Well, I know I got Native American in me. I'm like, man, sit down, shut up, man, you black. But anyway, till next time, why don't you hit the subscribe button, bell, friend, and leave me a comment. All right? Thank you. And I'll see you next time.